Hey my Foodie Phonics friends, I'm so glad you could join me for today's special recording. It's on a Wednesday today, not a Friday as my normal recording day, because we're learning a little bit about space. There's a book called Give Me Some Space by the author Philip Bunting, and he's having a live recording today, but I don't have the book, so we're going to learn a little bit about space, a few little facts that I can give you that are fun to know. And of course, we're going to have our recipe to bake. Let's start with our moon sand. This is not a recipe that you can eat, but it's so fun to make. You're going to mix a cup of flour and a tablespoon of oil, and then you get to crumble the flour and the oil together with your fingers into a crumbly mixture like this. But best of all is that you can shape it into any shape that you want and it stays that way. Can you see I've made a little spike over there? Now the surface of the moon isn't very smooth at all, so you can make your moon sand look just as bumpy as you like. And then, if you can see over here, I've got some tin foil. Well, actually this one is a meteoroid because it's a smaller one. The bigger one is an asteroid. The meteoroid is actually a piece of rock that's broken off from the asteroid. And then you get an even smaller one called a meteorite. That looks like a shooting star if you were to see the night sky. And the reason it looks like a shooting star is because it's a small piece of the meteoroid that has broken off, and as it gets closer to our planet Earth, it warms up. And so it looks a little bit like a flame shooting across the sky, or a shooting star. I've actually been lucky enough to see a shooting star. I wonder if you have. Do you know that in the daytime, the stars and the moon don't actually go away from the sky? They're still there. It's just that the sun is shining so brightly because the sun is our very biggest star. Now, something else that we are going to make today that you can actually eat is a moon rock. Moon rocks are so easy to make, and you get to use your fingers to crumble the flour and butter together. So first we're going to start with 2 cups of flour, and into the flour we're going to add half a cup of caster sugar. I will write the recipe for you in the comments. And then you're going to have 3 tablespoons of butter into the flour and caster sugar, and that's where you get to crumble it, just like your moon sand. You crumble the flour and the butter together until it's nice and crumbly, just like breadcrumbs. And then you mix in half a cup of milk and 1 beaten egg. First of all, you mix the milk and the egg together, and then you pour the egg and milk into the flour. Stir it up into a nice dough. Get a great big spoonful of dough and put it in your patty pans. And then you bake them for 15 minutes at a temperature of 200 degrees. That's really hot. So be sure to ask an adult to help you with the oven. Now in my rock buns, you can see I've added sultanas and some cranberries. There's a loose one at the top. It's going to shoot off like a shooting star any minute, isn't it? I do hope you enjoy your rock buns, and these have a special secret ingredient, moon dust, or actually a teaspoon of cinnamon in there to add to the delicious flavor, just like adding moon dust to your moon rocks. I would love to see a picture of your moon rocks that you baked, please, boys and girls. Now, back to our moon sand. To make our asteroid and our meteoroid, we need some alkane foil, or tin foil if that's what you call it, in big sheets like this. And then you crumple them up nice and tight into a tight ball like that. And you put them in your moonscape. Yeah, I think my moon pinnacles are falling down. You need to squeeze the oil tight, the flour and the oil. There we go, it's looking more like a moon now, isn't it? Okay, so then we're also going to make a rocket to blast off to our moon. We're going to use a can of food and a funnel. Have you ever seen a funnel before? A funnel helps you pour things into a bottle so you don't spill over the edges. But we're going to turn this funnel upside down, and we're going to cover it in our tin foil. There it is, there's the tin foil. We're going to put it over the top. Make it look just like a rocket. Be careful you don't push too hard at the point, because the tin foil does tear easily. Wrap it into the bottom of the funnel over there. Sort of looks like a rocket, maybe not a very safe rocket. I hope one day we all get to blast off to space. Wouldn't that be cool? I'll just put that in front there, and then our can of food. We're going to wrap our tin foil around the can of food as well to make it look also part of the rocket. Wrap it around. The beauty of tin foil is that it kind of just stays in place. You don't need glue or sticky tape or anything like that. It just stays wrapped around the can of food. And there's our funnel. And we're ready for blast off. You ready to count down with me? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! I can't wait to see all of your space rockets and your moonscapes and your rock buns. Thanks for joining me, boys and girls. Bye for now.